Hello all, good morning. Welcome to our program webinar today, and that we are bringing exclusively to our Citrix Ready partners. I am Sarnik Datta and I'll be your host for today's webinar. I work for the Citrix Ready as the technical marketing specialist and manage the desktop ecosystem. I'm also responsible for the vertical program initiative that we are launching today for our partners, including the planning and the execution. So I look forward to working with many of you. And along with me, I have Yuting Huang. She's the Director of Integrated Product Marketing and our expert in financial services industry. I have Nitin Sharma. He is the Solutions Marketing Manager and our expert in healthcare IT. And I have Corinne, who is the Education Vertical Solutions Marketing Director. Agenda, so we have a lot of ground to cover today, but if I have to leave three things with you today is A, industry knowledge in the targeted verticals, B, how Citrix plays in each of these industries, and C, and how you as a partner can leverage some of the benefits that we are providing and jump on the bandwagon and build solutions or marketing opportunities that continues to be part of our shared success. Citrix Ready, so very quickly now, this is a platform that showcases products. We are all of us are familiar with this. That's our niche. Partner verify the product using our many toolkits, and once verified, we showcase your product in our marketplace with the set compatibility version. So why talk about solutions, right? So I will draw a quick analogy here, and that's my favorite car. I'm sure everybody has seen a Tesla. And Tesla is certainly one of the pioneers in disrupting the traditional and automotive design and distribution model. So as a consumer, let's say you want to buy electric car and you choose Tesla, a product that solves this need. But then you handle your other needs separately, such as, let's say, increased electricity bills and higher dependency on renewable energy. So ultimately to that, you buy a solution. You buy a Tesla along with a Tesla-powered home, installing solar roofs that replaces your old roof tiles with solar tiles, and that converts solar energy into electricity for your home. A well-integrated solution with your Tesla home batteries as well. Integrated future, right? And that's the key here. Although the two solutions, the two products, the Tesla and the Tesla-powered home, are individual separate products, it has been presented as a beautiful, affordable, and seamlessly integrated product that becomes a solution. So while we talk about solutions, why verticals in the first place? So I wanted to preface the conversation as to why verticals. For one, customer expect vertical expertise. We get to hear that from our sales, and verticals being the front and center in reaching new markets and penetrating the existing. Citrix is already positioned to meet the more mobility and the security needs of our customers. And we have a strong leadership focus in verticals in our organization, and you'll be hearing from some of those speakers today. Also, the conversations are shifting to focus now, as I touched upon in the previous slide, and this leads to more strategic engagement. And as we see competition arise, there is an increased need to be differentiated. Focusing on vertical addresses that, and finally, vertical programs are proven to perform. So without further ado, this is the introductory slide that calls out our main objectives of this program, and that is to build and promote a library of white papers. We want your story to be out there that portrays the best integrated joint solutions in context to an industry. So I'll be passing on the presentation on each of the vertical owners here to walk you through their industry of expertise, the marketing opportunities, the trends, the use cases, and the customer personas who are involved in decision making in general. And while they do that, I would encourage you as a partner to place the use cases that we talk about in context to your products as applications, as applicable. So a couple of the housekeeping items for Q&A. Please use the question panel on your right. We will attempt to respond them on chat and or at the end of the presentation.
My name is Yuting Huang. I'm the Director of Solutions Marketing for Citrix for Financial Services. So today we don't have a lot of time, but I'll just touch on the high points on selling into financial services, the market opportunities, and also the use cases. So first, let's put some definition around financial services industry. At Citrix, when we talk about financial services, we focus on the following sub-verticals. We talk about banking, includes your retail banks, commercial banks, community banks, credit unions. We talk about investment and management, which includes your advisory services, financial planning, wealth management, insurance, such as life insurance, property and casualty. But we don't talk about U.S. health insurance in this category. And then finance and credit, which includes mortgage lending and consumer lines of credit. But we also know that all these financial services, the institutions tend to have multiple lines of business. So a bank could also offer life insurance as well as credit. Just as an aside, I want to talk about some retail locations like Walmart that are starting to offer banking services, and many retailers also offer lines of credit. But for today's discussion, we will focus on the top 4 sub-verticals. So given that within those sub-verticals that we just talked about, the top 4, we did some analysis, and here's a summary of the available markets for XenApp and XenDesktop for all 3 geos. And this is based on marrying the data from industry stick codes and Citrix sales data so that it shows the greenfield opportunity for XenApp and XenDesktop. So as you can see, it's still quite a big market opportunity out there. And when we dive into the sub-verticals, we actually see that there's a huge opportunity in investment and management across both the mid and enterprise markets for all geos. And then what about NetScaler Gateway? So we don't have this in broken out into financial services, but it's a great attached sale for FSI, and we don't have the breakdown by geos and subverticals, but we estimate the total market for this solution to be between $500 to $700 million in USD, and would grow to nearly $1 billion by 2017, and that includes all verticals. I have another slide on ADC market size. This one did get broken down into regions, but what you need to look at is the third column to the right, the CAGR, 2015 to 2019 CAGR, and most of them are in the positive. So NetScaler ADC market size is increasing in general. And I have one for SUN. It's an important technology for remote and branch offices. And again, I don't have this broken down into verticals or sub-regions, but overall by 2020, the market will exceed $6 billion with a growth of 90%. So given all that, you know, the markets that we're targeting and the opportunities, let's talk a little bit about trends in the financial services and how Citrix fit into the big picture. The big trend in financial services is leveraging digital business for better business model, better employee productivity, and better customer experience. So this definition here is Gartner's definition of digital business. It is the creation of new business designs by blurring the digital and physical worlds due to the convergence of people, business, and things. And our job is to help them transform. How do you leverage this digital business to reach the goals that they could not reach earlier, faster, or cheaper, and otherwise? So we enable the digital transformation of the financial services industry so they can continue to thrive in an ultra-competitive world. So just to look at some high-level numbers, your workforce is changing. workforce in financial services is changing. We know about technologies like devices and cloud that contribute to digital transformation, but the cultural trends are also driving digital transformation. So in this survey by CEB Global, the majority of workers today are considered mobile. You add the 63% to the 30%, that's over 90% of the workforce work remotely and away from the desk, even when they're in the office. And the financial services consumers are changing as well. There is undeniable increase in customer preference for completing insurance transactions through digital channels, up from 28% in 2010 to 41% in 2015. And same with banking. They're increasingly preferring digital methods that allow for quicker ways to check their balances or pay bills. There is a slight increase in online from 2013 to 2015, but a whopping 10% increase for mobile and almost 20% decrease for ATM. So when we talk about digital transformation, what do we mean? So here are some examples. Empowering the service employees with digital technology so that they can access the workspace from any device, anywhere, also securely for better customer experience by reaching customers wherever they are, providing responsive service wherever the employee is, and enhancing your on-site service with personalization. Second, make digital channels available, high-performing, and secure so that customers can access their own data for self-service anytime from any device. And finally, leverage digital platforms to improve internal workflow as well as employee satisfaction. So I want to dive a little bit into use cases. This is a summary slide, but in this deck, I have some detailed slides in the back that when you download, you can take a look in more detail. But I just want to go through the 7 use cases that we target. So first one is optimizing application development, management, and delivery. So this is all about the financial institutions needing multiple business and custom applications to ensure productivity and customer satisfaction. The business runs on a whole bunch of apps, ranging from web to mobile apps to core legacy ERPs and CRMs. And all these apps need to be developed and managed by in-house or offshore developers and delivered securely to the end users, such as the call center reps or branch office workers, financial agents, and employees from other lines of business on a variety of endpoints. So application development and maintenance need to be securely delivered to the developers, and whether the apps are legacy or brittle or new and shiny like mobile. So IT needs to provide secure access to the apps regardless of location, whether it's by developers or by end users, and also doing that without increasing cost or compromising user experience. The second one is to optimize branch office mobility and performance. Most financial institutions have multiple remote and branch offices and call centers, and many branches also want to replace long customer lines with either better on-floor customer service or kiosks for customer self-service, or moving a lot of the self-service to online apps. So in all these cases, the availability, the security, and performance of these business-critical apps at the branch office have a direct impact on customer service, as well as the reputation of the financial services organization's brand. So they need a way to consolidate data centers and drastically optimize internet and WAN traffic for a fraction of the cost, so that they can improve branch and remote user experience with the availability, security, and performance. Performance of the apps and data. Okay, the next one, third one, is to enable business agility for M&A, market changes, and seasonal peaks. So to stay competitive, these companies need to adapt to the market swings, including acquisitions, divestitures, outsourcing, new businesses, or expanding into emerging markets. And the IT department needs to cost-effectively accommodate such changes that bring on growing and changing workforce. And these new workspaces need to be provisioned very quickly, in a day or less, so that workforce can get productive immediately. And they also need to be deprovisioned just as quickly for those who leave or finish the temporary contract. So IT needs to be able to onboard new or temporary workforce very quickly, easily, and securely without increasing the cost. The fourth one is to support a mobile workforce and workplace redesign. Financial institutions, just like other verticals, are looking to create flexible work environments to improve productivity, satisfaction, and morale, and also to maximize the use of existing real estate or reduce committed real estate of branch offices. In many cases, PCs are replaced with thin clients or laptops and mobile devices, and physical office space is being redesigned to encourage cross-functional collaboration. So IT needs to be able to support worker mobility, reduce your office space overhead, and provide secure device-agnostic workspaces to these workers. Fifth one is to ensure business continuity and zero downtime. For financial services organization to be successful, the table stakes is it must provide 24/7 availability to business-critical apps during either planned or unplanned disruptions. So whatever the interruption is, it is essential for the workers to continue to maintain functions such as fulfilling client orders, completely trade transactions, and providing clients with access to their cash and securities. So it's very important that zero downtime, zero downtime is very, very important. It's critical. So IT needs to deliver secure mobile workspaces and ensure IT controls and regulatory compliance despite business event continuity event without incurring separate infrastructure costs. The sixth is meeting business security and compliance requirements. And we talked about, using all sorts of different apps and data, and whether they're, mobile or web or legacy or custom. But without security controls, customer experience and sensitive data can be compromised. And also financial services have a complex slew of compliance mandates they need to meet. So diverse customer channels also make it even harder to secure all of these apps and apps and data. So IT needs to secure mobile endpoints while providing the smooth user experience workers demand, and maintain control over business-sensitive data and meet compliance mandates. And all of that without compromising the user experience or IT operations efficiency. And the final one is about the trader's workstation. Today's trader workforce demands the best workstation without compromising on mobility, performance, and security. They want to be able to conduct their business wherever they are on the device of choice and not hindered by system latency. They also want a workstation that's ergonomic, that doesn't have lots of desktops and wires powering the 6 or 12 monitors. So IT has to support the demands in a cost-efficient way to ensure agility in today's landscape. So they need to optimize the performance and security of the trader's workstation to improve mobility and productivity, and all of that, again, without increasing IT operation costs and management. So who buys and who influences? The buyers are the IT audience. That includes the VPs, the directors and managers of IT, data centers, and networking. And the security buyers include the CSOs, the CISOs, fraud and risk analysts, and managers. But we also have a whole bunch of influencers we should look into. The functional departments can include HR, application development, engineering, real estate, call centers, operations and facilities. And for the lines of business who are a heavy influencer in the decision-making process for IT purchases, they include the leaders from digital business or e-business, retail offices, banking, branch office, core business, or omni-channel business. The outcomes for the business is, after enabling the digital transformation, is that they end up improving customer experience. And so in order to establish better customer loyalty, increase profitability, drive competitive advantage, improve worker productivity and morale, reducing the risk to business, improving a security and compliance posture, and improving IT and business operation efficiency. And this is my last slide. It's just a list of tools and resources on Sales IQ. We have some refreshed tools and assets on Sales IQ. There's an industry primer that gives a quick overview of the global state of business for financial services industry. There will be a new customer presentation. There's an updated solution reference card that basically talks about the use cases but summarized, and so you can use that as a cheat sheet. And then the Summit 2017 presentation and recording are available right now. There's a refreshed website, and there's the blog and Twitter handle that you can follow us on for up-to-date marketing and industry information.
This is the Get Started page. We have 3 simple steps that the partner needs to follow. The step 1 is to sign up at our registration page, a link that I'll be sharing in a minute. The step 2 would be to qualify your submission, basically provide us admin, help us qualify your product as much as possible. We'll of course work on one-on-one basis after you sign up. But basically any detail that you could provide that helps us align you to one or many industry verticals, we'll go ahead and do that. And last step is to run the joint promotions with us, which is basically we are giving away 4 benefits. Basically the white paper, we are offering joint white paper that showcases Citrix integration in an exclusive landing page. Apart from that, we have lead gen webinar, a podcast, and also sales reference card that we are introducing new as part of this initiative. We will talk in more detail on one-on-one conversations. I will very quickly go to the sign up page for you guys to sign up immediately. So the deadline for sign up is at April 7th, 2017. That's about 20 days from now. bit.ly/CR verticals, capital CR and small verticals, and I'll share this slide deck with you guys as soon as possible. And for further questions and answers, I'm sorry that we couldn't attend it today. In this webinar, you can drop it at Citrix Ready at citrix.com or email directly to me at sagni.citrix.com. So I want to take time to thank our speakers, Yuting, Nitin, and Corinne, for taking the time and sharing the industry experience. Thanks for that fantastic presentation. And lastly, I would like to thank each one of you for staying back, attending our webinar today, and I look forward to receive your sign-up requests and collaborate you further. Thank you so much.